Good day, everybody. Attorney Greg Lake here. Welcome to the Theogenic Esquire podcast and YouTube channel. Coming today with a very quick video. I wanted to show y'all something that I found, which I think is very material to the investigation currently underway of TPUSA. What I'm about to show you pertains to Turning Point Faith, which I know a lot of you have heard of. Now, Turning Point Faith isn't its own entity, okay, per se. It is actually an initiative under TPUSA, and it is aimed at Christian pastors and churches. And so what I'm about to show you shows exactly what the intention for Turning Point Faith was. And as you'll see, it wasn't to comply with the tax code 501c3. Let's hop right in. So I found this article here. This is from Ministry Watch. Again, I'm not going to comment on the publication. I just randomly found this article, but it's very interesting because it actually quotes Charlie Kirk, as we'll see, talking about Turning Point Faith. But here's what it says. It says, Turning Point Faith ups political pressure on America's pastors. So let's go down here. Here's what it says, Charlie Kirk. It says, Kirk explained TPUSA's face understanding of ecclesiology to the conservative outlet Breitbart News, which covered the summit. Here's what Charlie Kirk said. There are three types of churches in America today: the courageous, the cowardly, and the complicit. And the final category is growing fast. We want to encourage the courageous, win over and inspire the cowardly, and call out the complicit. If the church goes woke, we are truly lost in this country. Kirk said the church's priority is to win souls, but freedom to do so won't last if churches don't grow a spine. Kirk has said the church is the one institution in America that the radical left doesn't control and the last firewall to freedom. Now here is kind of the troubling part right here. TPUSA Face co-chairs Pastor Rob McCoy, leader of Godspeak Calvary Church in Newbury Park, California. McCoy fought pandemic lockdowns and invited Kirk to speak at his church. Soon, Kirk connected with similar pastors. Here we go. Y'all ready? McCoy attended Mennonite Brethren Biblical Seminary. Mennonites generally eschew politics, but he is now creating a series of lectures that will be used to train congregations around the nation to turn churches into centers of political activism. Kirk told summit attendees that Liberty Counsel, a nonprofit legal group, stands ready to defend them if the IRS investigates their political speech. So, ladies and gentlemen, what does that mean, what I just showed you? Well, it essentially means this, is that Turning Point Faith, apparently from day one, was intended to violate the political activity, political endorsement restriction for 501c3 entities. And again, so as an initiative of TPUSA, essentially Turning Point Faith, again, intended from day one to violate, to go into these churches, to preach politics from the pulpit, to win votes for President Trump and other Republicans. Again, I'm not saying right or wrong on voting for a Republican. However, creating this initiative with obviously the intent to break the law, and then where we're at today with the investigation and with Zach at Wolves and Finance, like, really? So I just want everybody to see this and understand this. It does fit within a larger context, and I'm going to be doing another video about that because I have some additional thoughts on the evolution of TPUSA to fill in a bit on what Barron covered the other night. So stay tuned for that. I thought y'all might find this interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section here. I mean, really, they doesn't seem like they ever intended to comply with 501c3. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.